Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here coming back at you with another video. So I'm working on the kv75, working on just kind of busting things out, checking things out, seeing how bad they are. I ripped the front wheel off of it, as you can tell. I gotta do the front wheel. I put the tire on it in the tube. Tube that came off it was perfectly fine. Brakes are shot. So brakes are shot, wheel bearings are shot. I mean, Jesus, everything on this bike had an issue at some point. Every aspect of this bike has a serious problem. So we got the tire on. Put the tire on the rim right there. So that's the new tire. And so I popped the bearings out. I'm going to do a video on doing it on the back when I'm not going to do a video on both wheels. They're both the exact same. So I figured I'd do one on the back where the back one has the, what do you call it, sprocket on it. So I'll show you guys on that one. That way it's not so repetitive it's boring. But, so I did that when I got this one off. I'm waiting for some parts to come in. I need to get bearings. I need brake pads. So, that sort of thing. Just checking it all out. In fact, the brake pads, once I took it off, the pad came right, the shoe came right off. Look at that. Almost glue it back on. So that's where I'm at with that. We got some stuff that we're doing too. We're waiting for controls to come in for the right hand side, and I decided to change some things up on this bike. This bike right here is actually, and they gave you a lot of stuff that was not needed and stuff that was needed but they didn't use. For instance, on the tail light, there's a blue wire right here. So I had an extra harness that I took the long red wire out of, which is right here. Okay, and so now the light comes on when you start the engine up. Vroom, the light will come right on, the regular light, the running light. And then you have the blue wire, which is for the brake. And that's up to right here. A couple of things I didn't like about this bike is there is no fuse. There's literally no fuse. So we have a fuse right here that we're going to put in. This is going to be on the side up under here where the flasher is going to be. Yep, you heard me, flasher. Now the way this works, the gray wire right here gets power from the magneto and goes through the right-hand switch first, and then from the right-hand switch down through to this switch over here. Now, the right-hand switch is actually a directional switch. It does the right and left. But one side of the switch is not used, and that will be off. Then the other side would turn the lights on. So, we're going to change that a little bit because it's not right. So, we're going to use directionals on this bike. Turns out this is a street legal bike. So, we're going to make it street legal. Because I like my street legal bikes. And I do drive, or ride, I should say, my street legal mini bikes. Like my KM100, my yellow one. Now, this bike right here is going to be stripped down. We're going to have to, after it's all said and done, we'll have to repaint it, sandblast, powder coat, paint, do all that sort of thing. We still have the engine to do and the tank and do all that happy stuff. So, let me show you guys a little bit about where we're at with the bike. Okay? So, we got the springs on from right here. Okay, this is the washer, the spring, and the clip. Both sides. Right on that side over there and on this side. And then we're just missing the rubber foot pegs. Now, people ask, what are these springs for? These are detent springs. So when you put the peg up, it's supposed to stay up like that. And keeps it from falling down. The metal's a little worn right here. But that's how it's supposed to sit. It's supposed to sit up there straighter. I might have to adjust that spring. But that's supposed to be sitting up there like that. And that spring holds it. What else is there? So there's that. I think I got that washer on incorrectly. The washer's beveled on one side, so I think I have the washer on backwards. This right here is the grommet that was trashed. We put, I don't know if you can see it in there or not. It goes right into the tank, right there. The new one came in, which was pretty awesome. Now this spring kit was a kit. 2 washers, 2 springs, and 2 clips. And that right there, those right there were from Johnny's Vintage Kawasaki. I'm going to show you guys the business card for that with the website on it. That was really, really cool. Those are good quality product right there. Yeah, you'll like them. They have some good stuff over there. They deal with all kinds of other Kawasaki bikes as well, which is nice. So for parts and pieces we need wheel bearings, which are on their way. We need a spacer that goes in that wheel because someone did a wheel bearing to this thing before and it is just destroyed. In fact, one of the wheel bearings you can't even turn. And I knew that when I moved the bike, you could feel it growl. If you tilt the bike to the right, you could feel it growl a little bit. And the bearing inside was junk. So, whatever. We gotta do that. Where else are we at? So, we got this bike, CDI. You get that conversion right there. Now, these 2 black wires right here hook up together. I know I'm jumping around. I'm sorry, guys. Then these go onto the magneto. And then when you kill the switch, when you push this button right here, boop, it kills the ignition. So that's going to work fine, and we're going to test the harness on that later on once I get all the parts and pieces for that. We're going to put directionals on the front, directionals on the back. I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that. I'm not going crazy with wiring. The wiring that's on the bike right now, I put this loom on here because I don't like a wire sitting bare bone. You're not going to see it. So, want to make sure we get that done properly. What can I tell you guys? We got just a lot of stuff going on. So we got to do brakes. I got the wheel bearings coming. Let's see, wheel bearings coming, tires coming for the back. We're going to use the same inner tube because there's nothing wrong with it. I got 2 tubes that are perfectly fine, so I'm not replacing the tube if it doesn't need it. No point in it. Let's see. We got to put the rubbers. We got the rubbers for this right here. We got the rubber on there already, so that part's all set. And chassis-wise, this thing is coming out great. So we're not going to have much more to go on this chassis once the brakes and the rear sprocket and chain are in. That'll take care of the whole. We're almost done the front, so I mean we're just plugging away at this thing. The seat, they put leather over the seat. The seat is actually in really good shape. And very, very happy with that. I couldn't ask for a nicer job on the seat. That's something that the previous owner did. So we're going to keep that, we'll get that done. We're going to put a seat cover on that, but I'm going to show you all that. We got the rubber for the Kickstarter right here. That's on. I got some cool Kawasaki green fuel line. We got the new engine sprocket. So we just need the rear sprocket and chain. We got the clamp for the air filter, which we need to get an air filter assembly for. We have a new throttle cable. So we have this whole throttle cable, $45 on vintage Kawasaki. Real good quality cable, has all the factory style ends to it. So we got all the cables. The front and rear brake cable we already re-lubed, and those all work great. So brake cables are done. Throttle cables assembly done. We have tail light, headlight. This thing's just coming together, guys. The grommet for the oil tank in. The exhaust assembly for the back. We got that. So just really a matter of tires, wheels, tires, tire. We already got that one on. That was the one that was sitting right here on the floor of this bad box. Just got a new tire and tube. We're going to replace that one. Wheel bearings in the back, wheel bearings in the front, chain and sprocket in the back, and brakes all the way around. Got to get this thing to stop. And then, so that's where we're at with that. And then we got to mess around with doing a little extra wiring on the bike. So then we can get right into the engine and get that thing cranking right out. To get the wheel bearings out, I use this here Craftsman. It kind of goes into a tapered point on the end. It's a perfect chisel for doing that. Let's see, not for you, not for impact use, blah blah blah. This is a 5/32 right there punch. This is the one I used. And always wear safety glasses when you're using them, because this is not for impact, which means that you're not supposed to hit this with a hammer. I don't know what you're supposed to do other than look at it. It says right on it. What is it? Wear safety glasses or goggles. And it says a lineup for lineup use only. Okay. Well, if you're only using this for lining up, then why would you possibly need a safety glasses? But no, it's a tapered punch. You can use a hammer on it. Just be careful. Wear safety glasses and don't beat on it. Wheel bearings are here. Can't even turn it. So we're replacing that. This right here was the sleeve that was in it. It was all beveled up on the end. So someone previously drove this out, and there's a little clip that's on it. It was all beat up too. So we're replacing that. Brake shoes are junk, spent. Good springs though. We'll keep the springs. Let's see. Oh, and the puppy you guys have been waiting for. Here it is. That nice. Real good quality. I love it. So that's going to go on there, and then we're going to get back on the tank this week. So we have a lot of stuff going on. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys and show you guys where I'm at, what's going on. And we're going to keep crack-a-lacking. I got to pick up my mess here. I got a mess all over the place. So I have an extra spring, clip, and washer. And I wanted to show you guys that card. From Johnny's Vintage Motorcycle Corporation. There's the website down bottom. Check them out. They got an eBay store. You can go right on their own website, and good quality stuff. In fact, it even came with a little decal, and because I approve of Johnny's, their little decal is going to find its way onto my ultrasonic cleaner, because that's what I do with companies who produce a good quality. I put them on there, so every time I use my ultrasonic cleaner, you'll get to see those decals. So kind of my way of helping promote other companies. So if you're on your way onto the ultrasonic cleaner or onto my white sheet metal plate, that means you have good quality. So, and that's pretty much where I'm at. We got to get crack-a-lacking on the KE100 CDI modification. This is the plate that I'm going to be using for that whole thing. It's going to be really, really cool. Can't wait. Trigger style CDI. And then we're going to make it 12 volt. This is 6 volt. We're going to make it 12 volt. So that's coming up. A lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. So, alright. So that's where we're at with the KV75. Got the old dry rotted tire there. Got the brakes there. So we got some stuff to do, guys. Some stuff to do. So, man, I can't believe how nice this bike is coming out. It's actually just mind-blowing. So, that seat cover's going to look really, really nice on that seat. Can't wait. But, man, I'm telling you, it's the small stuff, guys. You know, it's the small little parts and pieces that make a bike come together. And this one right here, with a lot of help from a lot of people, has come a long way. And it's kind of crazy because these bikes are so scarce, you know what I mean? And the parts are so hard to find. And here I am, you know, people are just helping me out with this bike tremendously. I can't stress the fact of the help that I'm getting on this project. And it's help I didn't think I was going to get, and I wasn't expecting. And you guys know who you are, and thank you guys for all your help, for all your donations and parts. And sending me stuff to work on, and you know, and some of it even exchange for some of the parts, which is awesome. I really, really appreciate that. So I hope, and I know you guys don't want your names mentioned on here because people are going to be going to you for parts, but I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate the help. This bike is coming along really, really good. This is not a flip bike. This bike is not going to be for sale. This is going in my personal collection. This is going to be sitting right next to my KD80. In fact, another bike I'm going to be looking for is this is the kv75. I'm going to be looking to its big brother, the kv100, which is a trail boss bike, and it's a high and low range. And I think these two right here would be nice right next to each other. So that's another bike I'm going to be looking for. The overall condition of this bike when I got it was pretty poor, but it had a lot of great potential. You know, like the oil tank was there, the chain guard was there, the shocks are straight, the fenders are on it. A lot of the little things were there. It had a lot of incorrect stuff, like that Suzuki square headlight, which just looked ridiculous on here. And it had a, well, I'll show you what it had on it. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, this was the tail light that was on it, that someone bolted to it. And then this right here was the headlight that they had on the front. And you can see they got it from a junkyard. Suzuki ATV. So what does that tell you? They went to like a small four-wheeler, you know, but stuff like that. So, but yeah, you know how it is. You know, you get bikes and people modify and make them their own and do that sort of thing. This one right here, this one's going to go original, but we're going to do a couple little add-on things. We're going to put directionals in the back and in the front. I'm going to show you guys how to wire all that in and do it properly. There's a right and a wrong way to do things, and we do things properly on this channel. So the controls on the right side, when you turn the directional on, it'll blink on that side and blink on the other side. And I'll show you guys how I'm going to redo the wiring for the headlights, so, and all the lights to come on. So other than that, guys, that's all I got for you guys for today. Just kind of an update video, show you guys where I'm at. Haven't really had a chance to do much on the videos up front. Been very, very busy, so we're going to be cranking back out and getting some more up there. What do you call it? You guys saw my toilet video. I see a lot of people guys put I do a life series on my channel. We have on how to light a furnace. We did a how to light a burner. Get the furnace lit. We did a video on that, and that thing is hit over 5,000 views. So that's pretty good. And the wax seal on the toilet went, so I did a video on how to do that. And those are going in a life playlist. So if you guys check out my life playlist, I got another video in there, how to tie a tie. So we do that sort of thing every now and then. Kind of breaks up the monotony and changes things up a bit. So, you know, kind of breaks it up. But yeah, this thing's a pretty cool bike. I really, really enjoy working on this thing, and it wouldn't be possible without the help of many, many of you. Let me put it here that way. Many, many of you. So you guys have been stepping up and really helping me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So anyway, guys, I'm out. Thank you guys. Oh, 1,400 subscribers, guys. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. And I hope you find these videos interesting. This is an update video. I'm going to take a moment, guys, and just explain to you guys a little bit about the channel. I do videos on repairs properly. I do things on modifications properly modifying this bike, which is what we're going to do after it's all said and done. And then we're going to strip this bike down and restore it. Life videos on how to, like, you know, do regular basic things. I'm a jack of all trades, and we do stuff like that. So I do videos upon request during the spring and summer. We do four-wheelers, dirt bikes, pretty much anything with an engine on it. I mean, if you look at my channel, I get pretty big array of things. We're going to be doing a new segment this year called Yard Sale and Flea Market Finds. So we're going to be doing that. We have the first look, which is basically the condition I get the bike in, and you guys get to see it first in the state of how I got it. Oh, what do you call it there? We do just all kinds of stuff. So we're going to keep cranking out. We're going to be doing a bike giveaway. We're going to be building a bike, a Suzuki 250 Hustler. and we're gonna make a cafe racer out of it, and that motor's coming up this week, not this week, this year. We're gonna be doing the Chariot bike, which is basically a KE100, but with a C in front of it for Chariot. We're gonna make a wheelchair accessible dirt bike, so you're gonna be able to shift it and everything for someone who's paralyzed from the waist down. So if you're confined in a wheelchair and you wanted to ride a bike your whole life, you're gonna have that experience. And that bike right there we're going to give away as well. Once that one's done, that's going to be done late fall. We got the Chariot bike, the 250 bike first. Then we got to get working on the Chariot bike, and then once those two bikes are built, then we're going to keep going on. So we have a lot of projects, and there's going to be a shoot ton of videos because we have a lot of stuff. We have to do this bike, which is my personal bike. We're going to do the KE102 build, which is a bike that I made my way. We have the what do you call it there, the Hustler, and we're gonna have the Chariot bikes. We're gonna be doing 4 bikes this year. And I know you're like, oh, 4 bikes, that doesn't seem much. Yeah, well, when you see how many videos are gonna be coming out from it, it's gonna be like a whole series of bikes, and we're gonna be making playlists and stuff, and we're gonna do some fun things in between there. So we got some projects we're going to be making to give away. So I'll show you, I'll give you guys a little hint on one of them. We're going to be taking a fixture like this, right here with the lights and the tail light. We're going to change out the tail light. We're going to put something cool on it. Put a license plate on it so it's going to light up. It's going to be a lamp. So the fender's going to be gone. There's going to be a pole coming up through it. It's going to be a lamp with switches on it. You'll be able to play with the directionals, the brake light, and everything else. And we'll have a license plate on it. So I'm not sure which I'm going to go for a license plate, but I have a whole bunch of license plates. So we're going to be doing license plate collages and sort of things like that. So we're going to be doing some what I call junkyard art. So we're going to be doing a series on junkyard art alone, making some pretty cool projects. And during the summer when I break out the MIG and I be playing with my MIG welder, we're going to be playing around doing some projects and making some yard art and giving them away on the channel. So pretty cool. I can't wait to start doing that. So that's another summertime thing we're going to be doing. So we got a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot. Jeez, I'm crow, a lot. Couldn't believe how much. So we got engines that we're going to be doing some builds. These are a couple of KE100s engines. This one's a 2000. This one's I think it's a 1980. So we'll be doing some stuff on these. We got a whole bunch of these motors. We're going to be making a direct drive engine and using a external clutch, which I can't wait to show you guys that whole mess. Going to make a go-kart engine out of one of these. So we have that. We're going to be doing the seat videos, how to do upholstery, the fuel tank modification, which is a whole big cluster. And so yeah, we got some stuff going on, and of course building our own CDI modules. So once those are all done, we're going to be having those blueprinted and getting kits together. The KE100, what do you call it there, disc brake conversion. That's going to be fun. So yeah, we got some projects, guys. We got some projects. So anyway, guys, welcome to the channel, and thank you for hanging out with me. And thank you guys for all your support. It means a lot to me, and I really enjoy doing these videos for you guys. So this is the kv75, and the earlier one was called the MT1. So if you got these bikes, these are going to go back and forth, and we do everything by the book. So that's another thing. I did a video on how to adjust the clutch. We're going to be doing a full inspection on the drivetrain, on the motor. We have a lot to go through on that motor. That motor is rough, but we're going to have it done, and we're going to do it right. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share. Thank you guys for sharing my page, for those of you guys who shared it. I see you guys have a lot of my videos in your playlists already, which is awesome. I appreciate that. Just thank you guys. Really, I mean, I'm just really humbled by the support that I'm getting from this channel. I didn't expect it to take off like it did, and it has. It's grown tremendously, and it's because of you guys. So this spring and summer, we'll be giving back. We'll be taking you guys on some adventures, and let's see what we can come up with, see what we can do. All right, guys, I'm out. Talk to you later. Thank you again.